Hi, my name is Jaden, and this is my EM2 assignment presentation about sleep duration among 17-year-olds to 21-year-olds in Singapore. I collected data from 31 respondents about average hours of sleep per night, and I used a t-test to analyze the results. For my hypothesis, my null hypothesis is at 6.8, and my alternate hypothesis is not equal to 6.8. This is a two-tailed test because I'm checking if the mean is different from 6.8 hours and not specifically higher or lower. For my sample size, it's shown that my sample is about 31 respondents and my mean is at 6.81. My sample standard deviation is about 1.6 hours. And since the sample size is relatively small and the population standard deviation is unknown, I use a t-test instead of z-test. For my t-statistics and my p-value, using the values from my sample size, mean, and standard deviation, my Excel calculates that the t-statistics is at 0.0224. And from this t-value, the total test p-value will be at 0.982, which is shown in here in the spreadsheet. I'm using a significance level of 0.05, and my decision and conclusion for the hypothesis test is because the p-value is 0.982, is much higher, is much greater than the 0.05. So I failed to reject the null hypothesis. So there's insufficient evidence to conclude that the true average sleep time for 17 to 21-year-olds is different from 6.8 hours. For the margin error and confidence level, uh, I then calculated a 95% confidence interval. The margin of error is 0.5870 hours. Using this with the sample mean of 6.81 hours, the confidence interval is at a lower limit of 6.2194 hours and the upper limit of 7.3935 hours. This means I am 95% confident that the average sleep time lies between about 6.22 hours and 7.39 hours. Finally, I compare this with the claim value of 6.8 hours. Since the 6.8 hours inside the confidence interval, there is no strong evidence that the true mean of sleep duration is different from 6.8 hours. This matches the conclusion from the hypothesis test based on the p-value. In summary, my analysis suggests that the average sleep time for 17 to 21-year-old is around 6.8 hours statistically, and we cannot reject the claim. Thank you.